Good evening, everybody. Welcome back to Random Encounters Guild. It has been a little minute since we've been live. There's been a lot going on, which is not important to get into at the moment, but it is it's good to be back. We've been discussing trying to remember where we left off. And so we've been going over that, and so sorry for the late start, and we're just gonna jump in and kind of have a shorter session tonight, and just try to advance the story a little bit, and we'll see where we're getting to. Where we left off last time was Bry and the Colonial Marine Reed actually had an experience with a full-grown xenomorph, and it killed Rye, but thanks to a glorious retconrection, um, and due to my own stupidity, uh, we we realized that I had missed a part of the rules of combat in this game, is the blocking feature, and Joel was able to roll and do a block, and they fought off the creature. Wilson and Davis made their way down, and they were they were trying to get back to the bridge, but they stopped to investigate the storage lockers down on deck C, and they found one storage locker that had 7 drums of I don't remember what I called it, but is an explosive napalm-like material. It seemed like it was a uh, Plan B escape like protocol. If there's no other choice, this would blow up the ship and destroy everything. So you've got that. You found a locker with a bunch of tools in it. You found another bolt gun. You found I think we were calling it a Jaws of Life, but I don't recall what it actually is in the game.
Oh, I have it in my inventory, I can tell you. It is called
Maintenance jack.
Maintenance Jack.
And there was one locker that had a key code on it, and Rye, having overlooked Clayton typing in her key code and managed to get it, she typed in the key code, and the locker opened, and there were a bunch of the metal urns with this black ooze inside of it. She was apparently storing them for some reason. We're not sure why. They shut the locker, and Davis managed to change the key code on it to a different code. So only Rye and Davis have that number now.
Don't ask Dylan what the number is, because Dylan doesn't remember what number he gave you.
It's on the YouTube stream. I remember you saying a number, but I don't remember what it is either. So you then got a call from Cham in the bridge, who had been there working on the sensory station this entire time, and he said that Miller was going nuts and attacking himself and Ava, and yeah, it's only them in the bridge. So Miller was losing it. Do any of you remember Miller having removed any of her gear?
She did not. We told her not to.
Okay. So you guys were headed up to the bridge, and Rye wanted to double back down to the med lab and check on Flynn and Clayton, who Flynn was in the med lab working on a trying to develop the cure a bit more and make it to where it was more. Uh, Apparently, the cure that they developed before was volatile, and was sometimes it was causing people to uh, develop these creatures in their heads, and sometimes it wasn't. Seems like all was dependent upon a die roll, one might say. Um, but so Rye and Rye was wanting to go back to the med lab, and Reed, the Colonial Marine, uh, volunteered to go with her to have her back, seeing as how they just faced this horrible monster, xenomorph, that they did quite a bit of damage to, by the way. They shot it with a bolt gun, and then Reed shot it with a pulse rifle. They did considerable amount of damage to it before it ran away. That was why it ran off, was it had been hurt so badly. And as they were running down the hallway, Clayton, the Wayland-Yutani corporate rep, comes running up the hallway towards them with a lit cutting torch in her hand, and she's covered in blood, and she's screaming that Flynn, the medic, went nuts and attacked her. And that was where we left off. So, as I was saying before we went live, I have no real clue where to go from here. But before we get going, I guess, I'm Scott. I'm Guildmaster Scott. I run things here at the Random Encounters Guild. We love playing a bunch of new games with new people. At the moment, the only thing we've got running is here with Alien. Our Blades in the Dark game, both of them are on hiatus at the moment. We're talking about starting up a new sci-fi game that I don't think Kevin has decided what he's going to run yet, but we're going to have that going soon. But if you would like to join us, you can join us there on our Discord server. We love having new people join, and I guess we can we'll do links and stuff at the end. But I've got Quasi here. He has a channel. I got Bryce and Dylan and Davis. They have a channel. I'll throw links in while we're playing, but since we're getting a late start, let's go ahead and jump in. So let's throw it to so Davis and Wilson. You guys, Rye and Reed took off to the aft, headed towards the med lab. You guys were headed towards the bridge. What is the plan? What are you wanting to do? You haven't heard back from Cham since that panic call.
I would like to go in and see if Cham's okay. Like that's what I would like to do. I'd like to bust through that door if possible and see if Cham's okay.
I wait, where's my character sheet? Where'd it go? Oh, here it is. I hate to be that guy.
Oh, level up.
Oh, we're not gonna spend the points.
Oh, yeah.
I think I don't have it. So
Legend.
For somebody who's never played an RPG before, you are certainly falling into all of the tropes of
One of us. One of us.
So yes, if you have 5 points, you can bump a skill. If you have 5 points and want to risk a wits roll, you can bump an attribute.
I'm going to bump up. I have 5. I'm going to bump up my close combat.
I say, what was the rule on if you don't have a number in it in the skill? It costs 5.
Oh yeah, you can't bump an attribute. It's if you have a skill that you don't have a number in, that is the wits roll.
I thought it was if you passed a roll that you didn't have a number in, you then could do it without a wits roll.
No, the wits roll. Well,
Yeah, because then you would have a number in if you passed the wits roll.
Well, the reason I
Yeah.
asked is because I didn't have a Comtech beforehand, and then I passed a Comtech, and now I weirdly have one Comtech. I don't.
Yeah,
really know.
because if you do it and you pass it on.
Oh.
yeah, it automatically that is Fantasy Grounds automatically throwing that in.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
But that is just if you. That's what I've been telling you guys all along. If you try something you don't have a point in, it will give you a point if you succeed.
Yeah.
So yeah, that's Fantasy Grounds just going ahead and throwing that at you, but that's not spending an XP. So if you have 5 points, you can spend them on a skill you already have points in, or you can do a wits roll, and if you succeed, you can add a point in something you don't have a point in.
I get you.
So Cham, you said, oh no, not Cham, Wilson, you're wanting to spend yours at close combat?
Yeah. I already did it. Sorry, I thought we were doing it ourselves.
Okay.
I already
No,
did it.
that's
I
great.
got rid of my
That's fine.
experience points.
Cham,
Try to get one.
okay.
Because the wits roll.
Bry, what it? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yeah, Bry has 5. What are you wanting to do, Joel?
That's a new one.
Papa Bear.
I want to. Yeah, I think I want to go ahead and. What does stamina include? What would that be rolled for?
That is your like when you get hit. Hold on. Let me grab it just to be sure.
Because I really don't care about the zeros that I have. They would not contribute to anything for me at this point. And I can't do anything on range combat because I have a 0 in it, right?
You can make a wits roll.
You
to try
can
to-
do it if you roll wits and do a successful. If you succeed on a wits roll, you can add a point to something you don't have.
Actually, let me go ahead and do that.
Okay.
Uh,
Give me a wits roll.
and how do I do that?
Double click up at the top under attributes under wits. Just double click in the where you've got a 4. Just double
Yeah.
click there, and it'll automatically roll it. That's a
6.
success. So you spend your 5 points
Okay.
to take those out, and where are you wanting to put it?
Ranged combat.
Ranged combat. All right, you now have a 1 in ranged combat.
Sweet action.
Same thing. And the dice are not my favorite.
Right. Oh, I do have 5.
And so, Davis, you don't have anything. Do you have 5?
I just use David.
Which Davis?
Dylan
Claire
Davis.
Davis or Dylan Davis?
Dylan Davis.
1, 2, 3,
Lee
4. I have
Davis.
5.
Yeah, you've got 5.
Okay. I could just up my range combat to where I can get 11 dice. Or I could do something else. Let me look at my inventory. How likely am I to do close combat? I mean, I have a cutting torch now. That's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna up my close combat so that way I at least have 5 dice.
Right?
So I need to make. I don't need to make a wits roll because I have something in it, right?
Yeah, close combat, you've already got 2 in. So
Okay.
now it's a 3.
That.
Go.
Let me get rid of my. Oh, you did it for me.
I took it off. And just for, I'm wanting to see what. Stamina. When your physical endurance or vigor is tested, roll for stamina. For example, this skill is used to survive the cold vacuum of space or to resist a deadly contagion. So
Oh.
it's your constitution, to put it in D&D terms.
That's not good. I have 0. I probably should have upped that.
So like if you roll a stamina roll, you just can't take it. If you fail, you just can't take it anymore. You give in to the pain and suffer the consequences. And on a success, you manage to push on, ignoring the pain just a little longer. But
So would that help out in the
Yeah,
event
that's-
of like us like starting to like transfer into an alien kind of thing?
yeah, that well, actually, I think that's what I had you roll, like when you took your contagion, like your shots. You took your immunity shots at the very beginning. I think I had you roll stamina rolls, and that decided if you were going to get infected. I think that's what you rolled.
Quick,
Actually, yeah, that's exactly what you rolled, was a stamina roll.
somebody remind me, did we pass or fail?
Actually, I think I rolled those rolls for you, so you don't know if you passed.
Oh. Oh.
That would make sense because
I
I
do
don't
remember-
remember rolling.
I was say I do remember silent dice going off. So
Yeah.
like,
Yeah, I think now that I say that, I think I rolled the dice for you. I rolled a stamina rolls for you, and to know. Now, do I remember? I remember one of you.
yeah, because that person failed.
Now, I remember one of you succeeding. I don't remember what the other one of you did. Okay, so, all right, level up is out of the way. Davis and Wilson, what you're running up the hallway towards the bridge. What do you want to do?
If
We're
there's a way
going
for us
right
to
into
open
the
that door,
bridge.
yeah, I'm busting through that door.
If we can, yeah.
All right, yeah, you run up and hit the door. You activate the door and it slides open. And Cham, what do they see? What's going on in there?
You guys bust in, and I'm kind of where the side.
I
of
don't
the-
know what's happening, so I'm gonna let Bryce GM.
So on the sensor station side of the room, where we were repairing, I'm backed up against the wall, looking out, and you guys can see in front of us where Miller, her top half of her is like starting to separate. She's laying passed out on the ground with Ava over next to her, and she's kind of facing the wall that way. When you guys bust in, I'm like, guys,
Is Ava in my line of sight? Like,
yeah,
is she in between me and Miller? Is what I'm asking.
side of the room, facing the wall.
Is she in? So she's in between me and Miller.
She's like kind of like to the side of where Miller's body.
I mean, look at the map.
Yeah,
Okay.
the map is a good like location.
Now, and I will remind you, he said Miller was losing it,
Yeah, I know.
not
Yeah.
Ava. Just so we're on the same.
Yeah, I know. For the lack of, I know I'm probably gonna have to move up to do this because the hollow table's probably my way. I will yell for Ava to move, and I'll get ready to pointing the shotgun at Miller. Like I'll run up around the side of the table. I don't know if we're dealing with spread in this game or not, like bullet spread since it's the shotgun. So I'm like, just Ava move.
No, that's not really a.
Okay.
Well, I mean, like if you were to like,
If he misses,
yeah, critically, like if you roll like panic attacks, then stuff like that happens. But if you successfully hit, it's spread is not a problem.
Well, for flavor, I'm gonna yell Ava move.
And I'm gonna, as he runs in, I'm running in to like this side, like the other side, to kind of pincer.
And unless,
Okay.
like, if Ava moves, I'm
Wait.
immediately taking a shot. Like it's
Ava?
no
What, Miller?
Miller.
Yeah, Ava, like if you come in with a shotgun and tell her to move, she will step back, and she's got blood all over her. Like she's like
Yeah, then
something really bad went down in this room.
I'm
But she will step back. She will put her hands up and step back.
yeah, and then I will shoot at Miller on the ground. Do I need to make a roll for that?
Oh, I'm getting a phone call. Sorry. You can keep going though. Keep going.
Oh, Davis gave us permission to keep going, everybody.
Oh, the snark is real.
That's fantastic. I would normally, in any normal circumstance, you would roll for this, but from what Bryce, this scene that Bryce has created in this room, it sounds like she's pretty much incapacitated. So no, I'm not going to make you roll. Are you just going like for a headshot?
I'm going to make it to where she can't do anything anymore. So yeah, I guess. Like,
okay. So
I hate to do it. I love Miller, but like, I don't want to take that risk.
Yeah, you come in. Ava steps aside, and you literally just put this shotgun up against the helmet of her vac suit, and yeah, Miller's gone.
I turned to Cham and kind of like talking with Ava. I look at Ava and back up to where I can see both of them. Just what happened?
Ava and I were working on the sensor station, and then she started pacing back and forth. I asked her what was wrong, and she started getting super frustrated. And then, like, she just like started arguing with me over nothing.
While you're talking, I'm gonna go close the bay door because I just realized we didn't close it back. I'm gonna go close that door because we were really loud.
So it's like,
yeah, you're talking, I'm listening, and just bay door shut. Anyway,
it kept escalating, and I was trying to it didn't. I know you guys talked about the one person in the other room. It didn't feel as aggressive, but it started to get that way, and then Ava just took off. I don't know if she sensed something. She went over there, handled the situation. As soon as everything happens, when I radioed you guys, I told her to stay on that side of the room.
Ava, are you what made you take off?
She was going to attack Cham. This is what happened with everyone on this ship. And she still has her hands up. Like, she's not in any way aggressive towards any of you. She's just saying Miller became aggressive and was going to attack Cham.
Yeah, I'm not pointing. I can tell her to put her hands down. I'm not pointing the gun at her. I said, considering you, I don't know if you'll take offense to this, but considering you are artificial, I actually trust you the best. I go, I trust you too, but like out of everyone here that we don't know, I trust her the most. While saying that, I am gonna pick up her handgun. I know that she had one on her body.
Sure.
If she still has it.
You're right, I believe. Let me pull up. I know I had her in the... Yeah, there she is. Oh, yeah, there's nothing on her character sheet. But, yeah, she pulled the handgun out of the... out of your ship's inventory.
Because I remember you said it was there, but it was specifically for the captain usually. So we didn't take it.
When you guys went back across, it was gone.
Yeah, it was gone, yeah.
There we go, the marker.
You said she was starting to elongate, right, Bryce? That's what you said?
No, she was starting to get like more and more frustrated, angry.
Oh, I thought you were saying her body started to elongate. Okay, I understand now. So while he's looking for that, do you remember her ever taking her suit off? Because she should have absolutely no adverse effects right now.
That's not. Well, I mean, there was a little bit of time where she met from the ship to us, maybe, but
But I don't see her taking it off and then putting it back on before she meets up with us. I don't see why she would. And on top of that, she didn't take the inoculation, so she shouldn't even be getting violent with us.
well, the inoculations what stops it.
The inoculation stops the thing coming out of her head. It does not stop us from getting angry. We figured that out.
That's right.
Yeah, so she shouldn't have. It doesn't make sense to me. Oh. Hey, did we by any chance overhear the Clayton thing with Rye, or was that after they already left us? I'm talking to Scott. I wasn't sure if we heard it too, or
Do what now?
when Clayton ran up to Joel.
Oh no,
Rye,
no,
we
no!
didn't hear
You
that?
guys, they were 2 doors past you when that happened. Like you don't
Okay.
have any idea what.
I couldn't remember if we were nearby or not, so I
No.
say I guess focus on the sensor station for now. We almost I feel jamming. I said we ran into a bigger version of the things that popped out of a science man's head. Rye almost died, but she didn't.
Your version?
Yeah,
I did, but I didn't.
I said, yeah, almost died, but he didn't. She didn't. Yeah, bigger, as in, I didn't personally see it, but by the description, I think it's like 7 foot tall and looks pretty gross. I'm gonna radio to Rye as well. So, Miller is no longer with us. Seems to have gone AWOL, much like the captain of the corp of this ship.
And I respond back. I'm like, well, that makes 2 of us. Flynn is apparently on the fritz too. The captain's sitting here bloody in front of me, being hysterical.
Oh, the corporal. I'm like, I killed the captain.
Corporal, sorry. Yeah.
We can jump down to that. So, yeah, while all of that is going on, like while they are going into the room and seeing all of that, this is all happening at the same time. So, Clayton comes running up to you with the cutting torch lit in her hand, and she's covered in blood. She's screaming that Flynn went nuts. What do you do?
The first thing I asked her was like, "Are you okay? Are you damaged? Are you hurt? Did it hurt you in any way?"
No, he hit me, but that's not the first time I've been hit. But I had this cutting torch that you guys gave me, and I was able to fend him off. I had to kill him though. That was the only choice I had.
So he is dead. Confirmed.
I didn't check his pulse, but I hit him with this, and it's still lit, and she's just waving it around, like she's in a state.
All right. As she's doing that, it's like, "Whoa, Clayton, easy. Let's.
And just so we're all on the same page, Rye is still in a heavy, like Iron Man looking suit of
Yeah,
armor.
that's right. I forgot about that thing.
Yeah.
Clank, clank,
It's like, but it's saving me. Clayton, easy. Let's put that thing away. Let's go back to the med lab and see what's going
Reed
on.
will step up and kind of take it out of her hand and like extinguish it and kind of put it away.
All right. Part of me wants to go check on the med lab to see if his body's still there, but part of me also wants to get back because of the news that Davis told me, and I'm kind of like in between what's going on. I'm pretty much wanting to say like screw the antidote. head back and see what's going on and see and rejoin everybody just to get back together. You know what? I'll ask Clayton. So Clayton, how far did before he went crazy? Did he say if he had completed the antidote or anything, or what was the status on that?
He was working on it, and then he threw the microscope. Like he was using a microscope and trying to analyze blood samples, and he threw it across the room at me and shattered it. So I'm assuming any work that he had accomplished is destroyed.
All right. Well, that is not so wonderful news. All right, Clayton, we have another issue at hand. Miller, our captain? No.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, our captain has gone ballistic, and so I radio back to Davis. Hey, Davis, what's the status on Miller? Is she dead, or what's going on with that?
I may or may not have had to send her to Space Jesus. Yes.
All right, so I have that open I have that pointing towards Clayton so she could hear for herself what's going on with the status of Miller. It's like,
Yeah.
Well, it looks like it's go time. Screw the antidote. We need to get back and see what's going on. So we're gonna head back up. Me, Reed, and Clayton are going to head back to the where the comm station is.
Okay.
Does this make me the captain
To the
now?
bridge.
Look at me.
No.
I'm the
I thought it was like a King of the Hill situation. You kill the king, you're the king. Like
There probably is like a system of rock paper scissors or something
Wilson's the
that
captain
needs to
now.
happen.
you can't be the captain. You're a corpo.
Yeah, I'm the captain.
Oh, he was about to be Captain Corpo.
Yep. See? Thank you.
Don't back him up.
Okay, so you guys you're gonna turn back and head back to the bridge.
Yep.
All right. So Reed is leading the way and making sure there's nothing kind of iffy going on. She's still spooked by the encounter you guys had in the storage units. And you get back to the bridge, and Ava is standing off to one side next to Wilson. Davis and Cham are on the other side, and what is left of Miller is at the front of the hollow table. Her whole body and everything has been it looks like something has really ripped into her, and then her helmet is gone. Her looks like she's been shot in the head with a shotgun.
Point blank range, unfortunately.
At point blank range.
Point blank.
Content warning, everybody.
Wait,
If you didn't know, I feel like I have to say this every time we play this game, but it's Alien, so bad things happen to people. Buckle up your chin strap. Here we go. So that's what you walk into.
I guess Cham and Ava, if you are both mentally okay, sensor station can be brought back. We can get back to the sensor station. We need to know what's happening where on this ship, because we don't know where that thing is or if there's more of them.
He showed up in the room. Cham you could tell he starts breathing normally, and he would immediately start working on it. We gotta get that thing repaired.
Your mic kind of sounds like you're underwater, by the way, Bryce.
Me?
Yeah, it's gotten pretty bad.
Horribly.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Isn't that like a soccer thing?
What soccer thing?
Warbly? Or am I thinking Wembley?
That's a tennis thing.
Tennis. Sorry, I knew it was some
Moron.
non-American. It was some non-American sport. I knew that.
Freaking idiot!
It's almost like your noise suppression or noise gate is stopping your speech.
Yeah.
It also kind of sounds like you
Now,
gotta.
is it any better?
No.
Yeah, I mean, ish.
Check.
Oh,
That was good.
I'll just move the mic closer to me.
yeah. Just make love to the mic.
Oh.
Yep.
Ooh.
Bless you.
Quick question. On observing Clayton being covered in blood, knowing the only weapon she had was a cutting torch, would I or would I not? Would blood splatter be a thing? Because cutting torch would cauterize more than anything. There wouldn't be that much blood.
I mean, like she just walks in, like you don't know.
No, I don't know exactly what happened, but she's covered in blood,
Yeah,
and I know she has the
I
cutting
mean,
torch
well,
because we had.
I mean, there's blood on her suit and everything, so yeah. It doesn't look like any of it is hers, I will say. Like she's not bleeding from the mouth or the nose or any of that.
I was about to make a horrible joke. I'm glad I didn't.
Leave that one alone.
Thank you. You could use a shower, there, Clayton.
You're right. I could. I may go down to my quarters and see if I can't take care of that.
You didn't have a shower in your quarters.
Yeah, her quarters don't have a shower.
I was about to say, you didn't have a shower in your quarters.
Yeah, she would have
She's
to
gonna
go
take a shower.
to for a shower.
She'd have to go upstairs.
Yeah, to the where the cryo lab was. There were showers in there.
Aren't those showers covered in like alien goo?
Yeah, they were.
There was mold around the drains. I wouldn't say they were covered in it, but yeah, as far as you guys have seen, that's the only shower. So yeah, I misspoke. I'm sorry. She would have to go back up to the cryo lab to shower. But yeah, she agrees with you. She's not comfortable. She would like to go to her quarters and change clothes at the very least.
I kind of pause for a second when she says that and go, okay. No, actually, I'm not even gonna bring it up. I'm like, oh, I'm just gonna nod. I'm just gonna nod at that. Okay.
And I mean, she looks at Ava like, of course, Ava's a synthetic, but she's also covered in blood. This Iron Man suit that Rye is wearing is, not the best for. It's pretty worse for wear from the Xenofight. So
I mean, me and Wilson are covered in blood, so we're everybody, but I think Cham right now is covered in blood.
and he's covered in grease. So yeah, like it's pretty much a motley crew here on the bridge of this ship. So what do you guys want to do?
I will.
I'm working on the sensor station.
I will
All
kind
right,
of.
Ava will come over and assist you with the sentry station, getting it back up.
I feel like we should bolt the door shut because the freaking Xeno
We closed it.
nuts
It's closed.
call it is well, it's closed. Is it like locked?
Well, technically, it's not closed
I mean,
because
you're
I
a-
came in
you're a-
last.
You're assuming that the creature is not intelligent enough to operate the door mechanism, but yeah,
Exactly.
you can shut it and you can shut it down and lock it.
That's
Clayton,
what we need to do.
Clayton would have the codes to like make it to where it can't be opened from the outside.
Clayton, lock that crap down.
Oh no! Oh no!
Yeah, and I mean she'll walk.
We're all
over
gonna get
and-
trapped in here and slaughter.
So yeah, you're all. She locks the door and you guys are on the bridge.
As soon as I said it, he goes, "Oh no!" I was like, "Wait a minute." Hey, we have all the guns in here. We're good.
Yeah, and only one of them is not in somebody we trust's hands.
Whoopsie.
If
We're all here now.
it's gonna be really hard to do what I was about to do then, or say what I was about to say then, I will walk over to Cham quietly and whisper, I think it's time to put all the cards on the table. You would know I'm referring to the drugs we found in Clayton's thing. And
Explaining because I was.
yeah.
Brian was also like.
And if Rye is nearby where nobody else can hear, I will also say the same thing, and Rye would know that I'm talking about the fact that we know her code, and that she has some stuff hidden.
That's it. I'll like turn to you like, I feel like now's the best time as any.
I will wait for Rye's response too. Be like, do you want to leave that one out for now, or?
Yeah, I think we need to. While we do need to play cards, I think we need to hold some close to our chest,
All right,
just based on responses.
That is one we need to hold. And I will walk to the middle of the hollow display table, and I will just gently put down the drugs I found under her bed and go, so, since we're all here, I figured now's a good time to stop keeping secrets. We found this in the Corpo quarters, and this is a drug that, for those of you who don't know, this is a drug that, highly illegal. Very much so illegal. I'm not entirely sure what it is, but I've seen it before. It is highly illegal. I just want to know whose these are, what it's about, and if it could help us in any way. Because if these things are inside of our bodies, maybe it wouldn't like these drugs.
And she will look down and she'll say, I've never seen this before in my life. I don't know what it is. How would you know what it is?
Because they're drugs. It's the thing that goes into your eye socket.
I didn't know that.
I was like,
You got it's like from the sensor station, like in the back where you see a hand pop up. Not gonna lie, I didn't know that either.
I turned to you and go, I explained it to you when we found it.
Wait, you explained it to him?
Like head pops up, I'm like, you did, but like I didn't know it at the time.
But how do you know what it is?
Well, like I said, we're done secrets. I've been a drug addict for most of my life.
Finally, something makes sense.
Stand back, just slides back up. I didn't know that part.
You did?
I didn't know that part.
Finally, something makes sense. Yeah.
That's like, but in my defense, it's usually just like pain relievers, not this.
So Rye looks over and looks at Davis and be like, are you high right now?
No, actually, I don't think I am. This is a Dylan.
What do you don't think you are?
This is Dylan saying it. I'm trying to remember what I had. The last drug.
You took that nap relief, I believe.
Yeah, I took nap relief earlier because I was really stressed out, but that's what it's for. So.
Yeah, but I don't.
I'm using it as prescribed.
I wouldn't call you impaired at the moment.
Yeah, I'm far from impaired. The last time I took
it's an injectable instant pain reliever for all strains, stresses, and irritations. Recommended for use during any self-inflicted cesarean. Performed to extract an unconventional fetus from your womb. Immediately reduces the patient's stress level to 0.
One of us understands what's happening. One of us understands.
I'm pointing at all of you because you haven't seen the films.
I have not. You're right. I have not seen the films, but I also kind of put 2 and 2 together when I saw the thing pop out of his eye, and you explained what it was the first time. I go, okay, so if it's in one of us, this is what this is for.
Have you seen these?
But yeah, it's just a pain reliever, and you did inject some of it, but that was hours ago. Like
that
if
would have
anything,
been.
It's completely worn off. Now, an overdose of that will cause problems. An overdose of napper leaf can have an intoxicating effect. Each dose beyond first in the same shift gives a -1 modification to agility-based rolls until the end of the shift. But you didn't overdose on it. You just took some to relieve your stress.
I was like, and I know for a fact it was Cham or somebody else that was there when I originally took it because I was very stressed near them. I was like, I think I did take some never sleep pills at some point because I remember having 3, but I only have 2 now, and I don't remember why I took never sleep pills.
You're not helping your case here, bud.
I think stress
I'm
level
not
plus.
drugs, but I am missing one of them.
Oh wait, no, we did not do that because I have had no reason. I've had no reason for not using it because I'm reading what it is. I wouldn't have used it.
Yeah, it increases your stress level.
Yeah, no, I would not have used that. So yeah,
You don't have to sleep, but it gives you a level of stress. But you don't have to sleep for that day. Yeah, I don't think you took the never sleep pills. I remember you taking the napper leaf, but I don't remember you taking never sleep pills.
it was like the last drugs that I took that I didn't need were before we even entered this ship.
But yeah, you tossed this injectable down at Clayton's feet, and she's telling you she doesn't know what it is, never seen it before, and she completely 180'd it on you, and even your own crewmates are like, yeah, how do you know? Everybody's kind of pointing at you now.
I am accepting that, but I'm still searching her face for the lies because I don't care that people think no, I'm a drug addict.
Give me an observation roll. You can all give me an observation roll if you want to. This is a public conversation, so
Let's observe it, shall we?
anybody that wants to can give me an observation.
I
I
observed.
passed.
Cham, you
double
don't have
passed.
to worry about that. In this case, you don't have to worry about it. This wouldn't induce a panic.
Make sure you gave me one. You did. Okay. Also, I'm lying twice for some reason.
So everyone but Cham passed. Sweet.
Cham is an idiot. God.
Okay,
Well, he's also underneath the sensor station trying to
That's
repair
fair.
it.
Don't defend him. No.
As far from what you guys could tell, she is absolutely 100% telling the truth. She doesn't know what those are. She's never seen it before. Doesn't know why it would be in her room. And I can't remember. I think the captain of the ship, when you found them, he was like, there's a lot of stuff happened after we went into Chariot. There was a whole mutiny going on. Somebody apparently took over this room and smashed all the liquor bottles and everything. So you don't know whose it is, but she appears to be completely forthright and honest and telling you the truth.
Could you remind us of what it does, or were we unable to get that information? I guess was I able to get that information? I know it goes into the eye, but I don't remember what else we would have learned from it.
Yeah, it's not in your inventory, is it?
No, because originally Cham had it, but I took it from him.
Cham has hydration. Under the mattress is a pack of illegal stimulants that are to be injected into the ocular cavity, reduce stress level. Yeah, that's all it says is illegal stimulants that are to be injected into the ocular cavity, reduces stress level to 0. There were D6 doses.
And I had I think we rolled pretty high on it. I just don't remember what it was because it was more than 2 for sure. It was worthy to put in a case.
Tell you what I'm going to do. I'm going to roll twice. That one was a 4. And that one was a 4. You had 4.
Okay. Yeah.
But
Then-
yeah, it doesn't say like a specific thing. Like apparently the biggest effect of it is reducing stress level down to 0. But it is illegal. You knew that is illegal from your history and your past. But
Yeah.
The book is not calling out a specific thing and what it is.
Okay.
But
I walk over to Davis and I kind of talk to him like privately, and because I fail to remember, and I asked him, I was like, "Hey, in that locker that we opened, did we take those vials out?"
Are you talking about the explosive ones, or are you talking about the iron ones?
The-
Because
the
either way,
ones-
it's a no.
the,
I don't know why I said that. Either way, it's a no.
yeah, the explosives were in a random locker, right?
Yes.
That we were
the
searching
explosives were in a locker. You shut the locker door and left them there. The urns were in a locked locker. You shut the door and changed the lock.
Yeah, I changed the lock, which again, only you and me know that new code for.
through. Right, right.
But you didn't take. You took the tools out of the one locker, but all the explosives and the urns, you left those where they were.
Okay. I'm sitting there thinking to myself if whether we reveal to her that we know her code would be beneficial to everything, to anything that goes on. Because like I personally don't know where we go from here. Like, because we're all like trapped in the bridge. Like, I don't know like where to go if we're gonna do anything here. Because yeah.
Like
Well,
this
I
might
mean,
end up.
just
This,
for one thing, I mean, let's just lay it all out. You know that there is a large alien creature on this ship.
Yeah.
It is wounded severely, but it is also 100% a deadly creature that has been stalking you this entire time. There are sections of the ship you have yet to go into and like really examine. You may need to do some stuff in the
I was about to say.
like
I think it's about time I go to the labs again. Like actually go in there.
back in the labs and the nuclear generator, the engines. Your interest now should be getting home. Preferably not with a 7-foot tall alien creature in tow. But that's where we're at the moment. You know this creature is on the ship. You know it has been stalking you. You can either go on the hunt for it and try to find it, or you can huddle up in here and try to figure out what's the next step. The engines are running. Cham got the engines up and running. You are motoring, but you do know from the autopilot that it is set for Earth, which is not where you wanted to go. So you're about to deliver this alien creature to the planet Earth.
Can I look at the autopilot to see how long it'd take us about to get to Earth without going into? Well, I know with going into cryo, but without us jumping into a cryo.
Without like light speed is not a thing in Alien. You can't like warp like in Star Trek or in Star Wars. So it's gonna take like months. But it is a full burn headed straight for Earth. You could go into cryo if that's the choice you make, but you also know that this creature's on the ship and you're going to unleash it on the planet Earth.
Yeah, that's a big no-no in Lee Davis's head. Then yeah, basically I'll say, well, since the only
And
thing
Wilson and Clayton have their own things going on that are Weyland-Yutani, sensitive things. They want this stuff to get back to Earth, so they get paid. you guys, the only payment you guys are looking at getting now is the cargo that was rescued from the Montero before it exploded. That is down in the in the uh, in the loading bay.
And then Cham's secret deal with Clayton that we're not supposed to know about. Not Cham, Rise. Secret deal with Clayton.
Yeah.
I'm saying I made a secret deal.
No, or I did.
Cool.
I will just say, well, it sounds like we need to, knowing what happened to Flynn, check out the med bay, make sure he's actually dead. And then 2, we probably need to actually look in the labs because me and Wilson only ever did like a light check just to see if there was anything in there. Because huddling up in here is all well and good, but in about, let's say, 3 months, that thing still on our ship's not a good thing. And we're giving it time to heal because I know these 2 did some pretty good damage to it. I could hear that from the stairwell.
So you think we
And
go try and
food
hunt it?
is not necessarily an issue because down there in the cargo load there were cases of MREs.
Yeah, I was like,
That's
have...
what was in the storage bays was cases of MREs. They were opened, but MREs are MREs. They're not going to go bad as long as the seal is still like the crates were open, but the bags themselves were still sealed. So we've got food. Water may be something to worry about, but
all I'm saying is we can stay here for the next 3 months, but we're going to have to leave to go get food and we're going to have to leave to go get water, so we might as well not sit around here doing nothing for 3 months. So we got to at least either A, stock up, or B, try to figure out as much as we can. That way, if we can't for some reason kill this thing, by the time we land, we can at least use this monitor station or the, what's it called?
sensor station.
This, well, not the sensor station. Whatever it's called when you call people on the ship. I don't know what it's called.
Communications?
Yeah, I couldn't read it on here. We can use our communications to let them know, hey, there's a 7-foot tall alien, at least one, maybe more. And this whole ship needs to be quarantined because Miller didn't even take off her suit and she went crazy. So.
All right. So while we're talking about this alien, I look at Wilson. I'm like, hey Wilson, speaking of aliens, do you think you could pull that motion tracker out, see if we can get a ping on the alien that's currently wounded?
Good idea. Pull out the motion tracker.
How much longer we have for the sensor station?
We passed. I know that last time.
And we passed, but like it was like 3 or 4 hour work, but we haven't consistently worked on it for a while.
I roll a d6 to make sure I don't, or you got it.
So you don't see any motion
Okay.
other than in the bridge.
All right. Yeah. No, I've got nothing on here except for us.
All right.
And you think the sensor station might be done, like 45 minutes or an hour, like you're close.
Okay. So I think so Miller's dead. That leaves 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. There's 7 with us now.
Yes, and other than, actually, Ava's the only person unarmed at the moment.
All right. I think our best bet, if what you're saying is what you want to do as far as going to the med lab, we're all going to need to travel together at this point. I think the best bet is for each of us to partner up with a member of the crew for this ship. I will volunteer in taking Clayton and Ava because there are 4. No, there's only 3. I could volunteer in taking Clayton with me, and I look at Clayton and I was like, you better not leave my side if we're going to do this. We could leave, and then we could pair up the others. That way, if anything goes haywire, we all have somebody from each ship.
I do not disagree with you, but I will also say this. Ava is the only person who cannot be compromised by the disease or the alien. I think it's in our best interest to leave her on the bridge. she's gonna, no matter what, unless the alien gets to her, she's gonna make it all the way to the. She's gonna make it all the way without succumbing to whatever the craziness is, and since she's a non.
Just so, like, she can be damaged and killed, but
yeah, that's what I'm
she
saying.
can't be turned into an
Yeah.
alien.
I'm like, she
But
can't be turned.
she's literally laying on her back working on the sensor station with Cham. She's helping Cham fix the sensor station.
Okay, I see what you're saying now. I was like, well, we can wait. What'd you say you were gonna have about 45 minutes? We can wait 45 minutes.
45 minutes to an hour is the estimate.
40 any more than an hour I'm not waiting, but like 45 minutes I say we go all at once and just leave Ava on the Ava here to keep an eye on things, and she can communicate to us pretty quickly. I have a gun, so I would take whoever, really. I can take whoever, but whoever isn't with me needs to have somebody with a gun with them. So Reed's I'm not trying to get away from you, Reed, but you need to help protect the other group, if you don't mind me saying.
And I'll vouch that Reed has been trustworthy, and she's been an absolute dog when it comes to leading any packs throughout this ship. So,
well, if that's the case, I know you said you want to travel in groups. I have no real reason to go check out the med lab. I assume you want to. So I'll take my group to the labs, because we actually need to look at the labs. All me and Wilson did earlier was peek our heads inside. We didn't walk around inside other than lab 1. We didn't go into lab 2.
So Flynn was in the process of working on an antidote, and according to Clayton, he went psychotic and threw one of his devices that was helping make the antidote. So we need to see exactly what's going on there. Plus, it'll give us an idea about if there's more than one alien that we'll know of, considering that Clayton did not confirm that she killed Flynn. So with that being said, that does leave just with our group and Clayton and Reed. And if Reed is leading, then the only person that needs to be protected is Clayton. So with that being said, let's just travel together. Clayton, do not leave my side, whatever you do. Let's just head to the med lab once Cham and Ava are done with their stuff. We're leaving Ava behind, correct?
Yeah, and I would recommend, as much as I'd like to have 3 and 3 for metagaming reasons, I think you should take Wilson so you're not just talking to yourself the whole time. But like,
no, I'm down with that.
I'll go.
Yeah, like me and Cham can lock it down. We've done it before.
All right, so the plan is to sit tight until Cham and Ava get the sensor station going, and then you're going to leave Ava on the bridge, and everybody else is going in different directions onto the ship.
Yeah.
Clayton and Rye will go to the med lab.
Clayton, Rye, Wilson, and Reed.
Okay. And Cham and Davis, where are you going?
We are going to Scilab 2 first, and then we'll check out 1 again to see if anything's changed.
Okay.
And we'll be near each other. That way, if something happens, we will be able to run to each other.
Yeah.
Like, it's not a major split up. We're at least traveling in one group until the end of the hallway.
We probably get down to where the living area is and do a ping with the thing that Wilson has, and then we can go to our separate rooms.
Yeah, well, if we have to call an audible, we'll call an audible.
Audible.
All right, so you guys sit tight and kind of collect yourselves. Clayton would dearly love to find more another jumpsuit to slip into, to get
Oh.
all of this gore off of her, but she's not going out there alone. So she will
Living-
wait on you guys to handle this. But if she's going to be headed down towards the med lab, she's probably going to want to stick her head into the corpo suite, and hopefully there's some clothes still in there for her to change into.
And the
Um,
dead body of the captain that she hasn't seen yet.
Well, yeah.
And that, unless somebody else has another suggestion for her.
Living area doesn't living area have it? Like suits as well?
Well, the living area, you guys haven't really spent a lot of time investigating. That is the crew quarters. And some of the doors were open and some of them were closed, but the ones that were open looked like they had been ransacked during the mutiny.
Well, I have the jaws of life now, so we can go through the unopened ones.
Is the vestibule, the second vestibule, the EVA suits? That's the what like Rye has, right? The big.
Yeah,
Iron
that's
Man.
the big Iron Man suit. Yeah.
Okay.
Now there are compression suits in there, but that is a spacewalking suit. That's not like a jumpsuit that like what she's wearing.
To be fair, everyone else is wearing them except for her and Reed.
Yeah. Now, if you want them to get in those compression suits, then that they won't argue with that. There's 3 of them in there.
Yeah, I would
But
suggest.
she's also gonna like she's wearing like this jumpsuit, these coveralls, and like she's just completely like covered in gore. That's what she's wanting to get off, is get this jumpsuit off and replace it with something else. And now, if you want her to put on a vac suit, then she wouldn't object to that. But
My EVA suit that I have on, we did determine that I don't have both of them on, correct?
yeah,
So could she
yeah,
just
you had to take the one off.
Could I just give her mine, or did I leave that in the EVA suits? Because I did
No,
put
you
it
can
on.
you can give it to her, and that's fine. But like I'm saying, like what she's wearing is what you wear underneath the vac suit.
Well, she wants to get the gore off, and that's just
Yeah,
gonna
she's
compress it
wanting
close to her
like
body. Yeah.
if she puts the vac suit on, she's still wearing this jumpsuit that's covered in gore.
Oh, okay.
She's wanting to get this off of her and get cleaned up. But she's not if you guys want her to put on a vac suit, she's more than happy to do that. She's not excited about what's going on. She wants to put on a vac suit.
I mean, if you want to put on a vac suit, and you want to get the gore off, just like we'll stay outside. You can go commando on the good jumpsuit if you like. You really want to. Like, I just stop any longer than we have to might be an issue. That is Davis is legit. Like, he's saying like. Some say it's freeing. Like, I don't know.
What about the wet closet? Where we found
that
Ava?
is like, well, actually, there's. I can't remember if I think there's showers in there. I know. I mean, that's pretty much a toilet. That's the water closet. It's what it's meant to be. But I can't remember if there's showers in there or not.
So we could stop in there, let her do her thing, keep everything on guard, and then we could proceed to med lab, because it's just starboard side of the dock of the deck that we're already on right now.
Has it been a dice roll all night? Let's roll the chance cubes. See if there's showers in the water closet.
No.
There are showers in that water closet.
Let's go.
Closet. Wet
Nice.
closet.
Oh, wet closet.
Yeah.
Whatever it's called, y'all know what I mean.
The moist closet.
Ugh, anything except that.
So yeah, it's right there where those vac suits are, as well. Like it's just on the other side of the wall from those vac suits. So that's an option. She can run in there and get cleaned up, and I would even say like if I don't remember if we said it before, but maybe in these lockers where those vac suits are, there's a couple of like coverall, like maintenance crew coverall things. that she could get into and get out of these nasty clothes that she's wearing. So she could be good if you want to stop there at the water closet and let her shower off and change. Then she can put on a vac suit. Reed can put on a vac suit, and everybody's protected.
All right. Well, let's go ahead and make plans for that then. So me, Reed, Clayton, and Wilson. Let's head starboard side aft toward the EVA suits, and Wilson and Cham. If y'all want to head,
Davis and Cham.
Yeah.
that's what I meant. Sorry, Davis and Cham. If y'all want to head port side after the ship and head straight toward the med lab, and just keep communications open. That way, if anything crazy happens, we can alert each other.
Okay. For the record, just so you are aware, and I don't know if you said the wrong lab on accident, we aren't going to the med lab, we're going to the science lab.
Oh, I've heard this entire time med lab. My bad.
I thought we were splitting up. You guys are going to go to the med lab.
You guys are going to the med lab.
Yeah.
They're going to the science lab.
Yeah, because
okay.
I for the most part know what I'm looking for because I've at least peeked my head into both of them before.
Yeah.
So science lab would either need to be me or Wilson leading the charge on that one, and since Wilson's going with you, I can do it.
No, yeah, totally fine. I'm sorry, I just associated the science lab with the med lab. They're right next to each other, so yeah, let's go ahead and just do that. We can all travel together, starboard side if you want to. It doesn't matter to me, and then we can just break off at the water closet.
Yeah.
Yeah, we'll break off right before the water closet. Yeah.
All right, sounds good. So whenever
right.
Cham's ready, we'll
And
be
you're
ready to go.
leaving. You're
And
leaving
fast
Ava
forward.
on the bridge.
Yes. We
Alone.
trust her. We trust her. Yeah.
Okay.
And we're able to
so,
communicate
yeah.
with Ava over like mother and whatnot.
Through comms.
She has comms. You can
Okay.
communicate with her. You've
All
got comms connection with her.
We can have
So,
her
okay.
radar.
I know the answer to this question already, but raise your hand if you've seen Butch Cassidy and Sundance Kid, starring Robert Redford and Paul Newman.
Okay.
Please, somebody
It was a
raise
long
their
time,
hand.
long time ago. Don't remember much, but yes.
Okay. Much like the end of Butch Cassidy and the Sundance Kid, this door opens and you guys all exit. A group of you cut left, 2 of you cut right, and start hustling down the corridors.
I thought we were all traveling together.
No, because
Hopefully,
y'all are going the
to
opposite way than us.
hopefully to figure out what's going on and how to get out of this. The engines are in full gear, propulsing to Earth, and the door closes, and Ava sits down in the captain's chair on the bridge and
What a
waits.
boss.
Captain now.
Yeah, she says, "I'm the captain."
Look at me. I'm the captain.
But yeah, that's where we're going to call it for the night. I know it's been a shorter session. We had a later start. That's pretty much on me because I wasn't sure how to kick this episode off, but we pulled it off in the end.
And I was
What was
late.
that?
I just rolled because I was curious what it looks like now. Sorry.
So yeah, that's going to be it for us. Next week we should be back with the full schedule. I don't think. Does anybody have any conflicts next Sunday night?
What's the number on that day?
Jeez.
The 29th.
29.
What that day called?
What that they call?
That's a genuine question. What's the number on that day? Like, I don't.
The 29th.
Yeah, okay. Like,
Mom,
Yeah,
making fun of me, but there's no better way to ask that.
Yeah, it'll be the
What's the
29th.
date?
A week from today is the 29th.
add 7 days to today.
Yeah. What's the
What this
date?
day called?
What the day call?
Well, the date is Sunday.
No, the day is Sunday. The
Day
date
is Sunday.
is the 22nd.
It's one of the 12, okay? One of the 12.
As of right now, next Sunday night at 7:30, we should be back and going, and we'll get a full episode in. I'm glad we got to jump in tonight. There's been a lot of stuff, as I said at the top. There's been a lot of stuff going on in my world personally that has kept us from playing. And we also, like, Father's Day was a thing that happened, and actually only 2 of us here are fathers, so I'm not sure why we took off for that. Oh well, everybody wanted to be with their father, I guess.
True that.
Oh, screw my dad.
I figured you were with Bryce's dad anyway.
Actually, was.
He was his dad, and then he went to see our dad.
What do you mean by that, Scott?
Wait, what do you mean Bryce's dad?
I just said something.
He was my
Chill
dad
out.
first.
Yeah, it's as if like I was Immaculate Conception or something like that.
But yeah, sorry for the long extended break. Here on the channel, we should be having, as I said, Kevin is planning to run a sci-fi game. I don't know. We're either going to run Coriolis or Traveler. Both will be amazing games. We've got a pretty good cast built for that, and he's prepping it now. That will be on, I think, Tuesday nights is when the plan for that is. And I started turning the screws on our Blades in the Dark group about bringing that back. It's been a while since we played that, and I really miss it. So we should have that going again soon. As always, all of our streams will be uploaded, flaws and all, stupid remarks that GMs make get uploaded to YouTube with no edits. So that is there. You can follow us there. That brings us to Quasi.
Does it?
Sure
What are
it
we
does.
forgetting?
Experience.
Come on, man.
Okay.
Get on him. Get on him.
Come on,
So-
man.
Did you participate in the game session? All of you did.
Yay!
Wait, hold on, I'm not there yet. Hold on, I was googling what Immaculate Conception meant.
I knew you didn't know what that meant. I knew. I said your
You saw
screen
it.
went. I was like, he's looking it up.
Yeah, I saw.
I said Immaculate Conception, and Dylan goes. God.
white text.
I also found out you don't spell it with an E at the front.
Oh my god.
So anyway,
Immaculate.
There's no
we're
N.
all here. That's an experience point.
You all
Alright.
played in the game. That's one experience point. Did you risk or sacrifice something to further your personal agenda? I'm going to leave that private. If you feel like you did something to, you all know your personal agendas. Nobody did anything to. You didn't risk your life for your buddy. There wasn't any standing up for your rival or to your rival. Nobody made a panic roll. Did you overcome a dangerous event using violent or non-violent means?
I don't.
Yeah, I'll say you all did with the Miller situation. You can all take one for that.
Take one for the team.
You mean those that were in the room, or
No, you can all get one for that.
I killed him for all of
did
our
you-
sakes, so.
Did you make a significant discovery or revelation?
We discovered that nobody knows what those drugs are but me, apparently.
We discovered he's a drug addict.
It's a drug addict.
I've been know that.
We didn't.
I don't know that you did. I don't think there were any significant discoveries in this episode.
Dylan learned what Immaculate Conception was.
Yeah, well,
Experience point.
Experience.
I wasn't raised in
did
church.
you
I'm
perform
sorry.
an extraordinary action of some kind? I don't think anybody did.
Unless you call shooting somebody while they're down extraordinary.
No, a coup de
Yeah.
grace is not an extraordinary action. Sorry.
You
Yeah.
you angered that man.
Did you earn any money? So no, you didn't do that. So that's 2 for everybody, I think.
Yeah.
That's not.
What
bad.
if
Good
you're-
luck with all of that.
What if your enemy is dead?
You could pick a new one. That's literally in the game. If your enemy, if your rival PC is dispatched in some way, you can pick another one to have conflict with.
Like
You've
if
had
Dylan,
conflict with Davis, so you can change it to Davis if you want.
yeah, if Davis ever dies, I'm just gonna pick my enemy to be whoever Dylan plays next. So no.
Okay, so I spelled coup de grace wrong too, but now I know what that word means.
God.
The Gracie.
Actually, I spelled it Coodegra.
Oh my God.
I did it
Wow.
phonetically. I did it phonetically.
No, that's not.
Bryce, plug your channel, please.
Band of Buddies. We played some Repo recently. We've got a bunch of shorts up, a couple like full Let's Plays up. We've got 1 or 2 more videos coming soon. I just haven't had time to edit. That's about it.
And Quasi.
Yeah, you can find me over at quasi_ms, both on Twitch and on TikTok. We are streaming MLB stuff. It's what we do. We have a great time doing it. And please, for the love of God, quit asking me to do Lamar Jackson edits. I'm so tired of it. It's annoying.
I know who that is. So like I didn't have to Google that one.
There you go.
You've been streaming a lot here lately. I've been seeing a lot of
The-
alerts come through. You
The
streaming?
content and the community has definitely ramped up. The support has been amazing, and I have thoroughly enjoyed it.
Nice. Legend.
Good deal. And Davis and Dylan, you are all on Band of Buddies with Bryce there. Dylan has his own channel, Renegades. There's a link for that. He never streams and
The last time
rarely
we
even signs into it. So
Except
I
for
believe
Keith.
I would give any amount of money to say he's forgotten his password again already.
No, I'm watching you right now, so I remember my password.
I am.
I have a new rival, Scott.
Just because you saved it in your Windows password thing,
I didn't
doesn't
do
mean
that.
You remember it.
I did not do that. I did not sign in. It's just still connected. So you're right. I have forgotten. I just haven't had to sign in.
Who's the new rival?
We got
It's Scott. Or it's Dylan specifically.
That's the
Doesn't look like there.
yeah, all right.
And join us Sunday night, and we will see you then.
Night,
Everybody.
everybody.